Hello students, let us talk about the molar conductivity and degree of dissociation of weak electrolytes. Now the degree of dissociation, which is denoted by alpha of weak electrolyte, it is related to its molar conductivity at given concentration C by this equation, that is alpha it is equal to lambda C divided by lambda 0, whereas this lambda C is nothing but the molar conductivity of weak electrolyte at concentration C, and lambda 0 it is the molar conductivity at zero concentration or at infinite dilution. Now the dissociation constant of the weak electrolyte, it is given by capital K, which is equal to alpha square into C divided by 1 minus alpha, whereas this alpha is nothing but the degree of dissociation. And as I already told, degree of dissociation, it is a ratio of the molar conductivity at concentration C and at zero concentration. So now substituting the value of alpha in equation number 2, from this equation 1, we have this alpha equal to lambda C upon lambda 0. So we just substitute here the value for this alpha square. So lambda C divided by lambda 0 square into C. Okay, so this is given by divided by 1 minus lambda upon lambda 0. So we substituted here the value of alpha only. So if you further simplify this, you will get lambda upon lambda 0 whole square into C. Okay, divided by lambda 0 minus lambda divided by lambda 0, means 1 minus lambda upon lambda 0. This can be written in this way also. Now lambda square upon lambda 0 square. So we solve this bracket, lambda square divided by lambda 0 square into lambda 0. So this lambda 0 here, this will go to the numerator, lambda 0 divided by lambda 0 minus lambda, lambda 0 minus lambda into C. So this C, it is written here. Now the dissociation constant of weak electrolyte, which is denoted by capital K, you can write the same thing in this form also, this lambda 0 square and lambda 0. So you can cancel out this. So you are left with now only one lambda 0. So lambda square into C. So this lambda square into C, this will cancel out, divided by lambda 0. There is only one lambda 0 left here. So lambda 0 into lambda 0 minus lambda. So you got this equation K equal to, which is the dissociation constant of weak electrolyte, lambda square into C divided by lambda 0 into lambda 0 minus lambda. So from this equation can be used to solve the problem based on the equation. Now the next, measurement of conductivity. So whenever you are supposed to measure the conductivity of the solution, you need to know the resistance of the solution first. Now the conductivity and the molar conductivity of the solution can be determined by the measurement of resistance of the solution by Wheatstone bridge principle. In this figure, it is shown that this is the conductivity cell in which two platinum electrodes are dipped here. So the electrode should be chosen as an inert one. The electrode should be inert. You can use either platinum electrode or carbon or graphite electrode. And this is the solution, that is the electrolytic solution is taken here, in which has got the tendency to ionize as cation and anion. That is what we call as the electrolyte. So the cell is dipped in the solution whose resistance is to be measured. Now the two platinum plates coated with thin layer of platinum black, it is kept here. So this platinum plates, those are coated with the platinum black, and this is nothing but the platinum black is nothing but a solution of the H2PtCl6. This is the structure of the H2PtCl6. Now in case of just to find out the cell constant is nothing but L upon A. So to find out the conductivity, you need to know the cell constant, that is the length and the cross-sectional area of the conductor. So here Cell constant, it is denoted by L upon A, and the SI unit of cell constant is meter inverse, and conveniently it is expressed in centimeter inverse. Now the conductivity, which is small k, it is equal to cell constant divided by R. We know that conductivity, it is the reciprocal of resistance multiplied by the cell constant. This L upon A is nothing but the cell constant. So you can write the equation as K equal to cell constant upon R. So cell constant is nothing but L upon A. So by knowing the resistance, you can calculate the conductivity from the resistance of the solution. So how this it's carried out by using this Wheatstone bridge. This is shown by this experiment in the next slide. So when you are supposed to calculate the or determine the conductivity, it can be done in 3 steps. First, you need to determine the cell constant, then find out the conductivity of the given solution by knowing the resistance of the solution, and then conductivity can be converted into molar conductivity. Now, this whenever you are supposed to find out the conductivity, the solution should be electrolytic solution. Means it should contain an cation and an anion. So cell constant can be determined by using the solutions like 1 molar, 0.1 molar or 0.01 molar KCl solution. Means as you go on diluting the solution, that increases the dissociation property, or degree of dissociation will increase there on dilution. But after some time, it will reach its limiting point. That is, we have studied this in Kohlrausch law. So the resistance of the KCl solution, it is measured by the Wheatstone bridge. Now remember here, the solution, when I say the electrolytic solution, means it should contain cation and anion. Cation are the ions with the positive charges and anions with the negative charges. So you need to follow these 3 steps and you will get easily the conductivity of the solution. Now we'll proceed for the next slide. This is your Wheatstone bridge. Here at this end, the solution of the unknown resistance is joined here, and this is your conductivity cell. Actually, it is immersed with the electrodes, or the platinum electrodes. It's immersed at this one arm of the Wheatstone bridge. This is the known resistance. It is joined here. This Rx is the variable known resistance pressed in the one arm of the Wheatstone bridge. This is the KCl solution of the unknown resistance in the conductivity cell. It is placed in the other arm. Okay. And it is connected with the alternating current. That is the source of the alternating current, that is AC, where this D is the current detector. This D here, this is the current detector. And F, that is the sliding contact that moves along this AB. So this is the length of the wire, that is AB wire is connected here. And this F, it is the sliding contact. Means whenever there is a conduction of the electric current here, this is shown by this current detector, which is D. And this F is the sliding contact which moves along this length AB. Now, according to Wheatstone bridge principle, resistance of the solution of the unknown solution, actually, it is divided by length AC equal to resistance, that is the known resistance, divided by length BC. So here, this resistance of the unknown solution, if you rearrange this equation, you will get length AC divided by length BC into Rx. Okay, so resistance of the solution can be just determined by knowing the lengths into the resistance or the known resistance. Okay, so here when we proceed further for the next slide, the length, that is length AC and BC, and knowing the Rx. Now what is this length AC and BC? I'll go back to this slide. This is the AB wire, and up till here from A to C this length you have to measure, and from B to C this length you have to measure. So this is the C point where you can see the current detector is there. Okay, so there will be deflection here. whenever there is a circuit, it gets completed. So once you get to know the length AC and length BC, so you just put this values here and you will know the resistance of the unknown solution, which is kept in this conductivity cell. This is the conductivity cell. Okay. So we'll be studying the principle, actually how it works, the conductivity cell, how it works further in electrolytic cell. So by measuring the length AC and BC, and by knowing the resistance which is on the one part of the Wheatstone bridge, you will be able to find out the conductivity of the solution. So conductivity of the solution, it is known from the resistance of the KCl solution. So conductivity is, we have this equation, K equals to reciprocal of R into L upon A. L upon A is nothing but the cell constant. So by knowing this conductivity value, you can convert that into molar conductivity. And molar conductivity, as we already studied, lambda, which is equal to 1000 K upon C, whereas this K is the conductivity of the solution. So by knowing the concentration of the solution and the conductivity of the solution, you will be able to find out the molar conductivity of the solution. Now, in the next video, we will be talking about the conductivity cells. Thank you.